I just know that if there's any megastar in our who has earned his right to speak when he needs to, it's Shah Rukh Khan. No one gives interviews better than Shah Rukh Khan. I have that leverage because she's family to me, that I can ask him and request, and he's never said no. Every time coffee comes, it's always exciting. Conversations are always more candid. But we felt like, this time around, and perhaps subsequently, the conversation should be fun, exciting, the games, the rapid fire, all of that. But like we also felt like it'd be nice to get an insight into a celebrity's emotional state of being, besides just being movie stars and the projections that they have in the real world.
It was so real. I just felt that, we had a ringside view. We were sitting in their living rooms, and thanks to Karan, you got us all there. Thank you so much. For most of us, and as I said, 19 years is a long time, guys. I mean, I have memories of seasons, okay, better than memories of my own seasons, all right? So, like for me, one of the most glorious seasons was the one when Rakhi Sawant was on the couch, for example. You were always a marker of our times. You told us what was sticking, what was hot. But tell me, what are these 19 years and this show particularly meant to you?
I mean, it's very tough to really encapsulate my emotion vis-a-vis Coffee with Karan, because predominantly and primarily I'm a filmmaker, and that is my primary passion. But this is such a huge part of who I am, and I can't separate the two at all. Many a time, wherever I am in the world, people scream coffee, coffee like I'm a beverage and not a person. And I have to turn around and say my name is Karan, and you can't drink me. But of course, being consumed is always a great thing. But it's also like when it's like a double-edged sword, right? You're a filmmaker and you want to be asked what your next movie is. Invariably, you're asked when the next season is and who's next on the couch. And it's like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, because the khushi in it is that you've done something for 19 years, spread over 8 seasons, that's created its own impact in pop culture, and yet you feel like, अरे यार, कभी-कभी मेरी पिक्चरों के बारे में बात कर लिया करो, but there is so much energy and excitement that surrounds Coffee with Karan that it's always heartening, though I have to say, full of gratitude. Very few shows really have been around for 19 years,
Truly.
And this is one of them. And the fact that you can still tolerate me after 19 years, I'm eternally grateful. So I don't have to go by the trolls, really, because what the trolls suggest is otherwise. So I feel like that's a virtual world, but the real world, this beverage gets a lot of love, and I'm happy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Some love for that, guys. Oh my God, 19 years, I love it.
Oh, immensely. I miss, but I just know that if there's any megastar in our who has earned his right to speak when he needs to, it's Shah Rukh Khan. And all the people, being his closest friend and family, should understand that. I just absolutely knew that, everyone says that, I have that leverage because he's family to me, that I can ask him and request, and he's never said no to me. And I don't want, so I never asked, because I know that he didn't want to be in that dilemmatic kind of situation where he'd have to say no to me. Whenever I've asked him, so I pick and choose what I ask for, because he's somebody that matters the world to me, he's family to me, he's my older brother, he's everything. And I feel like I know when the right time is there, I will ask him, and I know when he has to want to speak, he will. And when he does, I know it'll be extraordinary, because no one gives interviews better than Shah Rukh Khan. Nobody speaks better than him. When he speaks on a global platform or on a national platform, he is just the wizard of words, and truly the emperor of not just entertainment on screen, but also off screen. And a lot of our collective love for him is because of the man that he has been to us off screen. So you love him as every character from Raj to Jawan, but the Shah Rukh Khan that we all know, I mean, I don't know a single person that will be in a room with him and not walk out of the room weak-kneed or absolutely in love with him. Like that. I don't, because I have coffee with Karan nearly every night. So I have nearly every evening, Shah Rukh, Gauri, me and his family, we meet. So I'm having those conversations. I understand why you would miss him, but I'm satiated because he's a big, huge part of my daily existence and life. I'm just sharing with you like all the inside chatter that went behind Coffee with Karan, and we kept coming back to finding a replacement to Rapid Fire.
Oh, man.
And the sad thing is like people are much more worried now than they were in the first 3 seasons, because nobody wants a PR nightmare, right? Like nobody wants to be like getting into, so everyone is so careful that you have to kind of make sure that you eventually change the language of the rapid fire, so at least you'll get something. Otherwise people are like, there were times where people have answered with abandon, like most overrated, most underrated, and I'm like, answers were just flowing. Today, I wouldn't answer those. How can I expect them to? We all have to somewhere be, we're in a very sensitive climate always. Like social media has made us so much more sensitized to sensitivity. So everyone is so much more sensitive about what they're saying, what they're expected to say. Fan clubs get angry, and I don't want any of that. Like eventually a talk show that's meant to be fun, you have to have fun with. Who wants the downside of any of this? Like I'm inviting them, they come for their absolute love for me and their relationship with me, and I have to protect that. It's like घर में अगर आपने मेहमान को बुलाया, you don't want them to go back feeling कि I have a bad stomach. They want to go back home feeling like, "Arey yaar, we were well taken care of." And
I mean, they always say that you need a shot of coffee to wake you up, but this is Coffee in its wokest avatar in 2023, and I want to give you a hand for walking that line so gracefully, because we have to be sensitive, and at the same time, we have to have fun. And if there's one show that's doing that right now, it's Coffee with Karan. All right, thank you for the consensus.
Thank you. And I have to just end by saying that, firstly, thank you. Thank you for always being so kind and gracious. Thank you for always being so vibrant and also so energized that you give that energy to the person you're sitting next to. Thank you to Disney Hotstar, and special mention to Gaurav Banerjee and his entire team, who have been so absolutely amazing. Right through the journey of Coffee with Karan, to Mr. Madhavan, who actually he's been our guiding light at Disney Hotstar, and to Janvi and the entire team of Coffee with Karan, to everyone, my marketing team, to Nilofer, to all of them who have been stalwarts and pillars of Coffee with Karan and have stood tall. And special thanks to even Len, who has been with me right through. And also big thanks to all of you, who've actually given the show love. Even when I've read large columns of criticism on the episode, I'm like, wow, somebody took so much time to dissect a talk show. And I'm like, that is so gratifying to even read I'm like, this particular episode bored me to tears, but why are you writing 5 pages on it? If it bored you to tears, then why have you written so much? If it bored you to tears, you should have switched it off. You have that remote in your hand. But I'm very gratified by the love, the criticism, the analysis, and also the consistency of the fact that maybe, if all else fails, I know I'll always be a host on Coffee with Karan. It's great solace for me to be. Thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks, Karan. Guys, it's pretty simple. I mean, this industry used to wake up on Friday mornings, but you made it Thursday morning. So thank you so much for doing that.
Actually, Wednesday midnight.
Wednesday midnight, guys. Wednesday midnight, of
Well,
course.
this Wednesday midnight, you don't have anything to see because you already saw it. You saw. Yeah, okay, watch it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can watch it, but it'd be lovely if you tune into another platform and watch Rock Kirani again also. It would be lovely. It would make my heart even happier. I'm not mentioning that platform because then you know what will happen.
Mr. Johar, we love you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.